Oh yes, it's gardening time. Anyways, the old Coot here, coming back at you with another exciting video. These are offerings from Organo Republic, as you can see right there. This is their fennel, right? Florence fennel. This one is the Swiss chard ruby red. This one is English lavender. You know, if you want to get some lavender in your garden for the color aspect, for the scent aspect. Here's some oregano, right? Italian oregano. And I wanted to do this video in the garden. I wanted to plant these and do that whole spiel in my tiny little apartment, you know, humble abode here. Unfortunately, we've had this 117-degree weather, and it's just one of those things like it's the heat, it's a whole bunch of factors. But anyways, let me at least show you what Organo Republic is offering. So here's the fennel. I do like the packaging. Right? They tell you, you know, approximately 300 seeds is what's in here. Definitely plenty to get your fennel going. This one is approximately 200 seeds right here. So they let you know what's going on with the Swiss chard. This one here is approximately 2,200 seeds that are in here. Very, very tiny seeds. And then this one here is 3,500 seeds. So definitely a lot of oregano. So the way that I would do these, if I was going to do these, is paper towels, right, on top of a dish, wet the paper towels, put the seeds on, put another wet paper towel on top, and just keep wetting or moistening, I should say moistening, the paper towels for about a week or so, just to kind of get them started. And then if you turn over the backs of the packages, they'll kind of show you what the, you know, the climate should be, where in the United States you can actually plant these, and when to actually plant these. So May and June would be like your northern states, right? North Dakota, South Dakota, you kind of get a sense there. April through August, you could plant them pretty much the coastal areas, right? And the southern coastal, right? Like Texas, Florida, Georgia, California, Washington, New York. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. March through August is letting you know when you can plant there. And then May through June, you can plant there. So that's kind of cool. You can also scan the QR code, right? For a better idea what's going on. So then here's moderate, full sun, 12 inches of spacing, quarter-inch depth. It's basically telling you how to do it. So for better germination, soak the seeds for a day or two in the dark, you know, and in warm water is basically what they're saying. I like the paper towel method. I think it works a little bit better. And then what you could do is you could actually use the paper towel as kind of like, just take the seeds in their entirety with the paper towel and then put that into the ground. And then basically now you've got a little bit of a starter area for the roots to start to develop and grow, and et cetera, et cetera. And then up here up top, you can see when to start inside, when to start outside, you know, 4 to 6 weeks before the last frost. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there, when to start outside. If you have a greenhouse, you know, obviously apply those greenhouse factors and parameters to whatever you're doing. An erect herb will grow 4 to 5 hollow stems, feathery leaves that weave together. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. Thick, crisp bulb growing above the ground. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. So there's that part. Germination. For gardening tips, there's that information. There's the QR code. And then there's Organo Republic's information. By the way, shout out to Florida right now. That's going through a hurricane, literally September 2024. So, you know, my heart goes out to them. I hope they, you know, also Georgia, the Carolinas, I think, are going to start experiencing some of that. So my heart goes out to them. I hope they make it through. Anyway, Swiss chard. Here's this offering about the Swiss chard. Basically, you know, with all of these seeds, they are heirloom seeds, non-GMO, right? Made in the USA, obviously. And then you get that little seal of approval down there, right? And all that good stuff. Premium selection. So same kind of vibe here. They're basically telling you when you can start planting them, right? February through March, June through July, if you are like in those southern states or whatever. And then there's that information, full sun, partial sun, germination tip. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. Germination, you know, and the temperatures and all that. And obviously, if you do have a greenhouse, you know, go with that. But yeah, very good packaging. Very, you know, easy to understand. I do like the fact that the instructions are on the back and all that good stuff. Here's the English lavender. Lavender is one of those things that once you get hooked on it, the smell, the aroma, the color, especially in your garden, whether it's a little apartment garden, whether it's a victory garden, whatever the case may be, it's one of those things that I think everybody should have in their garden. But anyways, there you go. A small aromatic herbaceous shrub, right? Silvery gray leaf. You can read on and on. There's the QR code. There's when to plant it, et cetera, et cetera. There's some more information for you. Cold stratification, plant seeds on wet paper towels. See what I was talking about with the wet paper towels? Just saying. Just saying. Anyways, here's the Italian oregano. Italian oregano, right? Very nice addition whenever you think of Italian cooking. Usually there's some kind of oregano involved. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. By the way, there's their website, you know, and again, Heirloom Seeds, non-GMO, you know, made in the USA. Kind of get a sense of what's going on there. So here's this information here, kind of letting you know what's up. So lovely, low-growing aromatic plant, hairy stems, dark green, hairy leaves. Kind of get a sense of when to plant, right? March, June, March, May, February through April, right? And then there's the 12-inch spacing, quarter-inch depth, 55-day harvest. So it's letting you know when it's ready to harvest. Water, you know, it needs and all that good stuff. Don't cover the tiny seeds. They need light to germinate. Ideal temperatures around 70 degrees. So basically they're giving you all the instructions per, you know, whatever the item is of how to basically get them started, what time of year to plant them. You kind of get a sense of what's going on there. But great little company. You know, something a lot of people don't think about is start at least a collection of seeds, because you never know what type of situation may arise. You know, we have fires, floods, earthquakes, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes you just want to, or you want to be able to grow your own stuff. You know, for instance, like Southern California earthquake. I remember the Northridge earthquake. Wow, that was a shaker, you know, back in the 90s, and we didn't have resources for a while. Think of the pandemic, right? The most recent COVID pandemic that we just had. It was hard getting, you know, this stuff supplied into the markets, and the prices were astronomical. At least this way, if you've got water, right, and some kind of soil to plant them in, guess what? At least you can start growing your own vegetables, herbs, etc. There are a plethora of seeds that this company carries. I'll try to put as many links as I can down below in the description. Also down in the comment section, make sure to check those out. Anyways, I'll also put these on my Amazon storefront in my gardening section of my storefront, so make sure to check that out. I'm the Old Coot, and I'll catch you all in the next exciting product review.